before you moved onto the property, what was your living conditions, circumstances that is?
Okay, they were pretty much month by month. I'm a butcher, have never not had work. It's how much work I take on. And pretty much my kids had left the home. I was going through basically what you call an empty nest. And I was always over there helping his wife, hung out, ate dinner, all that kind of stuff. Rick didn't have his, he had his surgeries, but it was just cataracts. He wasn't completely blind. And basically, yeah, I was going through empty nest and I was in this big home, $2,500 a month. Her and I had spoke about it and I did need to get out of there because eventually it was going to eat me whole. So
what was the agreement between you and Miss Smith?
It was me and Ann, and it was help take care of the animals or $250 a month.
Miss Smith, would you stand up, please? What was the conversation between you and the defendant?
The conversation was that she could stay there until she gets an apartment and a job.
Okay.
She keeps insisting that I had employed her. I did not employ her. There was no arrangement of a cost per month. I told her to save whatever money she had so she could get into an apartment so she can get off the property.
So she, in her answer, said that she worked on your ranch and acted as the ranch manager.
No.
Dehorned your goats and cows, even castrated a steer?
No.
None of that's true.
No.
Well, the thing is, she can say anything she wants, but just now she just
she
made
really
a
can't,
well,
right?
wait. Just now
She's
she
gotta
made a
tell the
completely
truth.
false statement. She said, "I only had cataract surgery. I had 3 detached retinas. They had to do one twice. They had to do the other one again. Then I had cataract surgery. Then I had LASIK surgery. It's all documented. So what she just said is 100% a lie."
I want to go talk more about this big rig because I am not a truck person, so I'm going to need a little education here. I'm looking here at Exhibit B. Is this a photograph
The front trailer.
of the flatbed?
Yeah, the one behind is the flatbed.
All
Behind
right,
the
so
white
this
trailer.
This is the flat, and this is
Correct.
the flatbed in question.
Yep, that would be it.
Okay. Now, Ms. Harris, you gave us some very specific information that you believed that the flatbed was registered as a salvage. Where did that information come from? Why do you believe that?
Because one of the sheriffs that was there that was actually trying to help me because he could see the destruction going on and the misleading information, and so he ran the license plate, which wasn't there. So instead of being able to run the license plate, he said, well, I don't know how we're going to run this besides if you can find some VIN numbers. So the VIN numbers were located, and so I went down to DOT, and they told me that it came back as salvage. It wasn't supposed to be used.
Do you have any evidence of that?
No, I went down to DOT to try and obtain that, but since it's not registered to me, it's basically against the law for them.
Okay,
to
Mr.
release
Smith, you knew that this was an issue here today. Did you bring any evidence to the
No,
court?
I didn't know this was an issue today. She brings up. But she also made a statement that there's no license plate trailer. The license plate is on the trailer, always has been on the trailer. Another thing is that particular trailer does not have a VIN number on it, so that's impossible. And the other one that proves she's lying is you can't go to the DOT. That's a Department of Transportation. There isn't one in the state of California.
Okay, does the flatbed have to be registered?
Yeah, it's
And-
permanent registration. They call it permanent registration. It's registered every 5 years.
Okay, let's get down to sort of the basics. Is it true that that flatbed sat there unused for 2 years?
Not there at my house.
Okay,
It
where
was
was
in a
it
yard
sitting?
in Hayward years ago because I had somebody repairing it.
At some point, you decided to tell her a story about sometime many years earlier when you didn't use it for a couple of
I
years?
just happened to say it was years ago that I wasn't using it. I'm not using it right this minute, so move your stuff up there. But you need to get storage room and get your stuff in storage.
Okay, Ms. Smith, can you step up? Were either of you present during the conversation that Ms. Harris has described with the sheriff about whether or not it was registered or salvageable or whether the VIN number could be located?
No, not at all.
Okay. Did the sheriff often come to your property during this time?
20 or 45 times.
Okay. Did you meet him each time?
Every
Yes.
time.
But that particular time, did you walk off before the conversation
No,
was had?
we
No.
weren't allowed to be right near her. We were told to stay away from her.
Okay, the sheriff kept you guys separated because
Yes.
they knew you by this point. They'd been
Yes.
there every day.
But that time if she's referring to the time that they were over by the trailer, they told her it's Friday. By Monday, you need to have all your stuff off his trailer. He needs his trailer.
Okay, were you there when they ran the registration of the trailer?
No.
I doubt they did. I'm
Okay, so your testimony is that this story about running the registration
concocted story,
is
yes.
just totally made up.
Yes.